I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. She has a lovely smile. You have suffered every bit as much as I have these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it has been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet... You rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it! I only did my... Oh yes, best girl is coming soon. Soon, best girl is coming. Stop it, I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems like a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder, however. Although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is that you are still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for those crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on for far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Oh, I need to check that. Actually, can you repost that in the Fluff channel, Pix? Snakes are just adorable. That is all. This court is adjourned. At long last, it's finally over. Emma! Quite a long face. I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I'll look at it afterwards, Biggs. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, you call me here. I've seen happier people on funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owed you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago... It was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you would look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course! You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is try to make up for our mistakes. Oh, why does Toscan hate me? What have I done? What have I done? Yeah! I did good. That's what they're saying there. I was gonna say. Hail to Hoots. Why? Why must we wake up for our mistakes, you ask? Because it's in so doing, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And from there that we can move on towards a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself too much, what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth! Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gaunt was right. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary. But I've known that to be the truth for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have to try to pull something like Chief Gaunt did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that would otherwise have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show me what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. Oh, do be careful, Pix. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better get going too. Okay. But I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, there's a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis, I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. As for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had such a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright, you're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys, let's go. So this concludes the second, like the DS exclusive one. I arranged for a friend of mine to kick out. I can't read this. This goes too quickly. So I had to play this song, like let this credits roll out, and I'm also gonna play the remix of this song for closing. She is looking at me annoyed, but this is something I have to do because this song, the remake of this song is amazing. So, next stream, that is when we stream Phoenix Wright, of course, it's Monday. We will start Justice for All. And we'll have some throwback characters in that game, and we'll have a lot of new characters. And we will find... I mean, I guess we can see the introduction scene, like the introduction murder case, just so you can see what we're in for. And just a little teaser, yes. Of course, if I recall correctly, Farnwell, we're not getting the one you hope to do. But this will just take a minute once we get out there. And we'll just go straight for it and leave all the... Thank you, Meekins. Things afterwards. So yes, so Friday we're streaming more Death Stranding. But we might actually, from next week, stream another game, because I was tipped that Star Wars The Fallen Order is actually a good game. EA did good. So I have to encourage this pattern and get that game.
Translation, I need to get that game.
Well, yes, technically. Since she's the one who owns the PlayStation. So yes, next week we are not streaming on Friday because we have the Christmas party at her job. So it'll not be Friday next week, but it'll probably be Saturday, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like that.
So for those of you, I mean, I'm just gonna do like this right now. That is the thing Mina is looking for. By the way, Mina, like down in the chat thing, you will probably have enough points to unlock an emote or something. I don't know, because they're not too expensive. So there's that. But of course, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I suppose it's a bit late now. And that accounts for all of you who are watching. If you want to make use of that emote, there's this chat thing down. Yeah, like that fix. That chat thing, chat point things. Because I want to like get things like I want to have the emotes available, you know. But but yes, so we'll see how it goes with the stream, the sofa stream next week. I want to start on Star Wars. I mean, the hype will have died down a little bit, so it's fine. But we will be streaming Star Wars at some point, the new one, and it's not a light decision because this friend of mine has recommended me this game. He's also incidentally the same person who recommended me a bunch of games that I love, including Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Europa Universalis, and like X, and so many more. So there is one teaser. Yeah, the game is expensive, sadly. It is really costly. But at the same time, I gotta trust this my friend to not steer me astray with such things. I mean, if EA does good, I will reward them. When they do bad, I will just leave them in the dirt and not play their games.
So does this mean you will ship in on the game?
Yes. I mean, I had intended on buying it myself in actuality, and I'll just deal with the fact that I don't own a PlayStation, that you have it. Yeah, that's the thing. If they actually make it, it is on PC, but on PC it's tied to the Origin client. I don't want to use the Origin client. It's like just saying it like just leaves bile in my throat. Just like nope. Isn't that just adorable?
She became a constable or something?
Huh?
Was she demoted or something?
No, that's an old picture
Oh.
from when she was still on the force. This include. So, to tease the next one, the next on Monday, I'm going to tease you all the first case on Justice for All. And this game is.
Can you skip the teaser,
No.
please?
This takes us like a minute. So. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. And that is all. What a Can I actually quit here? Nope. What a nightmare. And at best this was the ringtone that caused it. I really should...
You can quit, it's Alt F4.
Huh?
Of course you can quit, it's Alt F4.
Be quiet. I really should be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call, but I had to do this to you, but... It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court Defense Lobby number 1. And that is all. So, that game, I have mixed feelings about that game. It has some amazing cases and it has some not so amazing cases. But that'll be something we'll have to explore next week. So once again, you have something to look forward to. I'm sorry, Farnwell, but Best Girl doesn't appear until the case after this one. I'm sorry, just to ruin your parade a little bit, but that is the first case, so we'll start on that case on Monday, because we'll finish this first case pretty quickly. It's the same as this, like the other game. It goes very quickly because it's a tutorial thing, just learning how to do stuff in court. Yes, Maya's coming back together with Best Girl. Oh, she is not allowing it. She is begrudgingly she's glaring at me right now. Don't worry, I'll soften her up when we go to bed. But now, good night, everyone. Of course you would think that was lewd, Mina. You are incorrigible. You always think the worst of me. So here is the ending for this, I believe, the remake of the From the Ashes case. Here's a remake of it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Until next time, I'll see you on the social medias, that is to say Discord. And hope to see you on Friday. Until then, good night.